Alright, so this is going to be the second time I record this video. The first time, something happened with my audio because something always happens. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. And we're going to go ahead and talk about units that pretty much need revamps, upgrades, whatever you want to call it. So a few days ago, I did a ranking on, just characters that I feel like personally are the top 10 worst SSRs in the game. Of course, there's different opinions about it, but there are a lot of pretty bad SSRs in this game, man. Like, if we just go down the list, you got one pretty much for every letter of the alphabet, right? So, well, I guess not A's actually, because all these Arthurs are still pretty decent. The red one's obviously the best probably, or the green, depending, right? But, red and green one are obviously the best ones. You got Bonds, like these Bonds suck. Beatrice sucks. Bellion sucks. Netmarble sucks. Camilla sucks. Deldry, I guess you could say Death Pierce doesn't suck, quote unquote, because he's good for crit units. But, like Deldry, then you got Deanne's, you got all these worthless SSRs, man, that just don't provide much for anything. So, some of them could use buffs, revamps, whatever you want to call it, right? So, in my initial recording, I did say they could make a mode where you could collect a specific character's amulets. Let's say, for example, Brawler Bond. Brawler Bond would have amulets that you would have to collect by fighting Brawler Bond and, obviously two characters beside him, let's say Elaine and Meliodas, and then they would be buffed up, obviously with a power level of 300,000, sort of like how Tower Trials, the new version, works. But it would just be a lot harder because you would need to collect specific number of amulets to increase, like, let's say his passive skill or his skill 1 or his ultimate, whatever. If they ever make a mode based around upgrading units, you would have to do something to specifically upgrade said kit, right? But yeah, no, they could easily do something. Let's say we collect 5 amulets and this Brawler Bond's passive changes. It changes, instead of this, it'll be attack and defense plus 20% and also heals 20% of diminished HP at the start of every turn. That would not make him broken or anything. He literally would just be a better unit than he is now, right? And then let's say instead of lifesteal, this becomes charge, right? This becomes charge instead of lifesteals, or they could even give him charge and lifesteal. They could give him 2 extra effects, or 2 effects, right? I don't think that would make him broken, OP, busted. I think it would just make him a better version, right? So inflicts charge damage equal to whatever, and then lifesteals, 40, 60, and 100%. It would be really good for units that are bad, really bad, right? So in my opinion, this Bond is the second worst character in the entire game. In terms of SSRs, he is the worst, like the second worst SSR in the game. So they do a mode like that where you collect amulets and increase the unit. It would be good. It would really, really be good, because this Bond, he just genuinely sucks. He has no place in anything, not even in Red Demon, where Bonds are, are good for. He just has no place at all. Just like, I don't think anyone uses him in Guild Wars. No one uses him in PvP. No one uses him for events. Like, he just does not do well. He doesn't. It's unfortunate, but all the Bonds beside Purgatory Bond, they aren't that great. They really aren't. So, a buff like that would be good. Hendrickson is, I'm gonna be real. Hendrickson, I don't know if he can be saved. Like, this blue Hendrickson, I don't know if he can be saved. Like, let's say again, you collect amulets and you change his passive. So his passive right now increases his recovery rate by 10% for a limit of 50%. I mean, I guess maybe you could do, like, increases this hero's HP related stats by 15% and keep the recovery rate by 10%. So that would be good, I guess. But I don't, like, his resistance at 0, pierce rate at 0, regeneration at 0. Like, what? Like, what? Like, HP related stats would be very, very powerful, because, like, HP related stats, again, HP, he doesn't have terrible HP. Like, I'll be completely honest, his HP isn't terrible, being at 62k, because if we look at the unit, like, let's just go ahead and look at the CC rating. We'll just go to units with good HP. They have the highest HP. Hendrickson has one of the highest HPs. Like, he just does. Genuinely, like, he does. So, you know, even though his HP is, you know, very high, he sucks. Like, he just sucks, right? Like, there's no answer about it. Wow, Blue Jericho has the lowest. Well, I guess both the Jerichos have the lowest HP in the game. Wow, that's actually pretty sad for those Jerichos. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, like, we just look at it, like, he has really good. Wow, he has the 4th highest HP. I didn't even see that. Greymore has Greymore has the highest HP in the game. So I mean, it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad because Bond has really high HP too. So him having higher HP than even Bond, that would be good. That would be really good. Let's just say, for example, right? Let's just say, for example. Oh wait, hold on. Just Blue Derriere. I was looking for Blue Derriere in another video, but you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. But yeah, Hendrickson, right? He's just bad. He has no place in anything. So personally, don't know what I mean, maybe you could give him an attack and defense buff too. Like, you could do, I don't know, he gets attack and defense buff of 40% when he's ran with all humans or something like that. I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you would do for this unit to make him better. But as far as it, like, everything else goes about him, having a lifesteal ultimate isn't the worst actually, but I feel like they could have easily made this, like, you know, have charge, shatter, something like that. But nah, I mean, lifesteal isn't the worst, but it could be better. Ignites, like, this isn't why. I don't understand why they gave him this. I don't understand. So yeah, maybe they could change him, right? Another unit would be Greymore. Now, we just saw that Greymore has the highest freaking attack or HP in the game. Like, he really does. He's different. So yeah, him having that high of HP is really good. Not gonna cap. That's really good. But like, that's it. That's it. That's all he has. I mean, he could have his passive be, instead of increases attack, it could be increases max HP by a value of, like, I want to say by a value of equal to 50% of the hero's defense at the start of battle, or it could be increases allies max HP. Increasing allies max HP would be strong. That would be really strong, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because if he increases allies max HP, he could be ran with Bond and Arthur, right? So he could be usable on there. He'd be a tank in both ways, because Bond would increase his max HP, Arthur would increase his max HP, Twigo, oh wait, well, no, you wouldn't be able to use Twigo because Twigo only buffs red units, but I mean, you could use, like, I guess you wouldn't be able to use Twigo, huh? Well, he kind of would replace Twigo anyway. Let's be completely honest. If he increases all allies max HP by a value equal to, they could even keep this like 30, but I honestly think 50 would be better. By 50% of his defense, he would be a much better option to run than Twigo. Just being completely honest with you guys, he'd be a much better option than Twigo ever would be. So, yeah, I mean, his skills are alright, but it's literally just his terrible his terrible substats, right? I mean, he does, again, have high HP, but his attack being at 4,000 sucks. His defense is not being that high for a defensive unit sucks. His resistance sucks. Like, he doesn't really have much going for him besides his, you know, his passive, which could be really good if they upped it. But right now, as it stands, his kit just is bad. It's really bad. I mean, you know, going down for just SSRs, like, if we just look at the SSRs, you could even change, like, I don't know, you couldn't change Benny Morrow, actually. Bellion is a good option, too. Bellion is a really good option, actually. He's a Bellion, instead of Shatter AoE, they could make this charge, easy fix. They could put Shatter on his ultimate, easy fix. They would lower the percentage of damage that he does, but having Shatter on ultimate is easily one of the best ultimates effects in the game. I don't care what anyone says. Easily one of the best ultimate effects in the game. His, like, the ultiplication card is fine. Then they could easily make this, like, I don't know, he increases his own max ultimate move gauge ores by 2, I don't know, at the start of turn. or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what you could do with his passive. Maybe give him an attack and defense buff 2 or something like that. Maybe support demons. That would be good, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe he could be, if all allies on the team are of demon race, he could recover all allies HP by 20% for each debuff. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. For each debuff placed on an enemy, recovers HP by... Actually, no. HP by 10%. I think HP by 10% would be fair. Would be more fair. And then he recovers his own HP by 30% for whenever a debuff. I think that'd be good, actually. He'd be a good demon supporter. Maybe you could even give him, like... I don't know, increases defense-related stats by 15% for every debuff placed on the enemy. That would be good, too. They could make Bellion a nice demon supporter, actually. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot, actually. They could make Bellion very good. But as far as, like, there's so many, like, just crappy SSRs in this game that you could revamp and you could change up. It's not even funny. I'm not going to go over every single one of them because I'd literally be here for, like, an hour, but... there's so many of them, right? We have so many SSRs that we don't even use in the game, that we don't even realize exist. So they could change a few of them. But as far as that goes, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a thumbs up for the algorithm. Again, comment below what character you would change and revamp if they did have a system in place to, you know, upgrade crappy SSRs. But yeah, guys, you guys already know, as always, I will see you all next time.